this is all over, I am going to kill you.
I understand.
Terminator 3, 4, 5. That doesn't matter. Terminator 3 Dark Fate. Alright, so Terminator Dark Fate is a sequel to Terminator 2 because we had not seen a Terminator movie in like 20 years. I was born in 1991, and that's the last time we've had a Terminator film. So what happened to this franchise? I had these weird dreams once that I imagined there was a Terminator 3, but it wasn't that good. And then there was one with Batman, Christian Bale, and I was just like, why would Batman be John Connor? And then they tried to reboot it. They had Daenerys Targaryen and Jai Courtney and then I woke up it's like, man, you know what? Those look terrible, but I still want another Terminator film. And so we finally got a new Terminator film, which actually is a direct sequel to the third one, to the second one. All those other Terminator movies that I dreamed of never happened. They don't exist. And I will say, this movie, I think, really does stick the landing. And I was really surprised at how much I actually enjoyed this film. And so the premise of this film is... I love how the opening of the movie, it goes to 1998 where Judgment Day was supposed to take place. And I really enjoy that, and I love how you see there was a de-aging of Sarah Connor, and then you also see William Furlong, or Edward Furlong, and I just was like, you know what, that's pretty cool. But it takes more set in present day where Sarah Connor, she is kind of retired, but she's still hunting Terminators, and basically the whole situation happens again. A new Skynet type of organization sends a Terminator back in time. This time this Terminator can create a shadow clone or a clone of himself and attack two people at once. So, like I said, I really enjoyed Terminator Dark Fate, and I was really surprised because, you never know. But I really liked the direction by Tim Miller, and this is very similar to what I would call, what we've been seeing a lot in the 2010s of trying to refresh, trying to reattach to the old to make the new ones good again. We saw this. We've seen this a lot in the 2010s from Star Wars: Force Awakens, tying back to the original Star Wars film. We saw this a lot with Creed. Creed paid homage to the Rocky film, and then we've seen so many others where we're trying to pay homage to other classic films and try to bring it back in today and see if it works. And the new Terminator movie pays homage to the original Terminator film. It really does, and the whole premise is basically the same. Terminator goes back in time to go after this girl who's important to the future, and without her, the humanity will be wiped out. It's basically the first Terminator movie again, just with but mixed in with a little more actiony instead of horror like the original was. And I thought all the actors was good in there. The new girl, the Mexican girl, I thought she was very good. And Mackenzie Davis, I've been hearing that name a lot. She was in The Martian a few years ago, and then she was in that movie last year, Totally. Didn't see that movie. But I really enjoyed her. I thought she was badass. I thought the action was pretty cool. And then I thought the new Terminator, I thought he was missing. I don't think he was no T-1000 from Terminator 2. Of course, Terminator 2 is one of my favorite movies of all time. So it's just like when I see a Star Wars movie, it's always going to be, when I see a Terminator movie, I'm just like, okay, is it as good as the second Terminator film? That's the bar it has to reach. And it doesn't get there, but you know what? It's still, I think, a very fun movie. And Arnold's back in this movie, and I thought Arnold was the best I've seen Arnold since T2. He was very funny. He has action. I do like him a lot in this film. The movie does have flaws where it does basically copy everything from the past two Terminator films. But I'm excited. It just makes another one. I'm excited to see where this franchise goes, and I'm looking forward to whatever happens next in this Terminator franchise, and I'm glad to say that. So, I am going to give Terminator Dark Fate, I'm going to give it a B+. I really enjoyed the film, and yeah, I enjoyed it. And also, I forgot to mention, I'm so glad we got to reuse Brian Fidel's Terminator score, because that was missing in the last few Terminator films, and that's like one of the most iconic movie scores. You don't use the score for your franchise, that makes no sense. And it even had like, there was a kind of a Mexican kind of version. Well, it's with, you know, like the Mexican instruments. I thought that was very cool with the Terminator theme. Anyways, so guys, have you seen Terminator Dark Fate? Comment below, let me know. And guys, if you like this video, click that thumbs up button, subscribe, see more, tell your friends about Easy Nation. All too easy.